So this is going to be a quick demo of foreshortening. The idea of foreshortening is that you can show more or less background based on what focal length you use. So I'm going to set up the camera in 3 different positions. One zoomed in all the way, one kind of mid-range, and one wider. I just happen to be set up right now to be at the wider angle of view. So I would take one picture like that, and then I'm going to zoom to about mid-range, and I'm going to recompose the image closer to have my subject's head and shoulders fill about the same amount of the frame. So I'm going to say somewhere about there and give a quick focus. Oop. Okay, so you can see how now there is a tree on the right-hand side that I see and more of the tree on the left. And then if I get in really close with a wide angle, something like that, I get a whole lot more background. So this is a way of controlling things that may be distracting in your background. The idea being that you probably want to do a portrait from a little bit further away with your camera zoomed in. I'm going to back up now. Refocus real quick. The other thing to think about would be simply adjusting the height of your camera. So is there going to be something distracting, or more or less distracting, I should say, if you get a quick focus, if you were to raise the camera up slightly, and I'll recompose. So now I get a whole lot of street in the background, and that's probably not an ideal thing. But if I'm from this higher vantage point, it feels more like the subject is looking somewhat down on, or the camera is looking somewhat down the subject, which could be maybe more judgmental. Versus having an eye level point of view, which is fairly more standard. It's usually what we do is hold the camera to our eye level height. Or, I'm actually going to go off the tripod here. If I get down lower and compose something like this, it's giving respect to our subject. So think about those things when you're composing images, particularly portraits.